So I'm off to the cinema to watch the new Adidas film, the local Barnet Everyman, and I'm wearing Primex Strung. Quite possibly my favourite running shoe of all time. I was late to running, so I only really started running properly in sort of late 2021 and only really started thinking about running shoes in 2022. 2022, when I was training for my marathon in Milton Keynes, my first ever marathon. And for that marathon I used the Nike Invincibles, but then later that year I got hold of the Primex Strung and kind of never looked back. I think this was the shoe that got me addicted to running shoes. So this shoe is responsible for me blowing a load of cash on running shoes. So I'm blaming you, Primex Strung. Well, actually, more accurately, the Primex Original, and then the Primex Strung. But I hold you both responsible. And it's when I really fell in love with running shoes and the kind of technology around them. And this was like an innovation shoe from Adidas. But I think outperformed what anyone maybe thought it would. It became a sensation. I mean, it was kind of Marmite shoe in the sense that people like me loved it, saw it as unique, nothing else like it out there in the marketplace, and other people saw it as this wild stallion of a shoe that you couldn't control and would break your ankles. And traditionalists thought the 50mm stat was ridiculous, and it is, but times change, as we've seen. It doesn't feel as ridiculous now, does it, when you've got the likes of the Skyward X, the second version of this shoe, Primex Strung 2, and all the other Max Stack cushion shoes that are out there. So, but this is the one, well, the Primex Original that started it all, really. It's the one where craziness began, and it kind of brought in this new age of incredibly high stack shoes. These Max Cushion Super Trainers that we now know, they're affectionately called. But yeah, I mean, they're great fun to run in, and still give you that nice propulsion when you run, that nice bounce. The foam is hard, Bike Strike Pro is a firm foam, but you can get away with it because you get such a nice energy return from this shoe. It really rewards you running fast. That's where it comes to life, really. So I still have my 5k PB in the shoe, which is at 17:13, I think. might be quicker actually. Might be 17:08. I'll have to check. It's one of those two. That's earlier in the year. And you know, that's over 5k. I think I could do some serious damage in this shoe these days. Over 10k, half marathon. I'm that much fitter than I was. Definitely potentially run a marathon in this if I keep it in good enough nick. So yeah, great shoe, one that I love to bits. I'm going up a hill now and it's really helping me. Legs are so tired, but it's helping me keep going, pushing on. It's got a nice rocker, it's got these energy rods. So it's not got a carbon plate, this one, it's got rods which really work. Same as the, I believe the Adidas Pro 3. And it's gives you that nice bounce when you land on the forefoot. It's a very narrow heel, this one, so no good for heel strikers, you know. And that's another reason it wasn't well received by many. It's very unstable in the heel, but actually reasonably stable in the forefoot, to be honest. It's got a wide landing pad, or reasonably wide. Anyway, so like I said, we're off to cinema. So the Prime X Strung goes to the movies today, and this is how I get my mileage in, you know, in between life. So I don't just always say, right, I'm going for a long run this morning and that's it. I'll also do little runs like this, you know, 5k here, 4k there, it all adds up. There's nothing to say you have to do all your runs in one go. You can do frequency as opposed to length, and that's perfectly fine. You should adapt your running to your busy lifestyle, right? So many of us have full-time jobs, and we're lucky to have them, and we should adapt running around them, you know. We should find times that make sense to run within our day. So you've got an hour gap between meetings, go out for a run. Mornings, get up early, go for a run. If you're going to the cinema and it's a local cinema, go for a run, rather than get in the car, cause a bunch of pollution, have trouble finding parking spaces, all that kind of annoying shit. And you start building up this endurance, you know, that high mileage days give you. And then the knock-on effect of that is tremendous, as I've seen. You know, since my mileage has gone up, my weight has gone down. You know, I've gone from 12 stone to 10 stone, 2 stone. And I'm a good weight now. I don't want to go any lower. It's just about right. I've seen my times, 5k times, go from sort of 20 minutes, around the 20-minute mark, to 17:013, like I said a minute ago. And that's all happened in the last year or so, and that's from mileage. It's not because of the shoes help, but it's because of mileage. And I feel at the end of these 5Ks so much fresher than I did. 10k times have gone from 40 to 35 now. I think my 10k record is 35, 30, something like that. So, you know, I was around the 40-minute mark before. So that's gone, you know, in a year's time, I've smashed that. There's nothing genius about it. It's just running further, doing runs like this. Every little thing, every little run counts. And this is no exception. So, for me, this kind of works. This way of frequency over length. If you're lucky enough not to work, then maybe you can do long runs every day. And how lucky would that be? But most of us can't. So this is how it has to be, and I'm happy. You know, I'm happy that I can just run, to be honest. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'm rambling now. Just across the roads is the Everyman. Okay, here we go. Here we are. The room next door. The film we're going to see, the Everyman. Great cinema, this one. I'm turning off now. I'm meeting my wife. See you later. Bye.